Hello and welcome to the Vested for Success video tutorial series for our Centers of Excellence. Today I want to be covering the question, what is the easiest way to build awareness for Vested within my clients? Well, many of the questions I have always come back with the answer, it depends. And I say it depends because it depends on where your client is in their Vested journey. So let's say they're just starting to learn about Vested. I would send them an article, a white paper, a case study, or a book, or maybe even point them to our Vested orientation class. Now, if they've come to our 3-day executive education class and are really wanting to work with you as a Center of Excellence, they're ready to get started, I would maybe consider they do some self-assessments, begin to diagnose their existing relationship so you can see the degree of gaps, or maybe even do a professional deal review. So on our website at vestedway.com, you will see a resource tab at the top, and if you go on down, you will, under resources, you'll see this graphic, and it has several link throughs, and you can just literally link through and see the types of resources that we point people to. In your Center of Excellence library, we also have everything, all of the assets and resources are mapped to the type of journey people are in: awareness, understanding, implementation, and mastery. Now, given that, I am always asked, well, if I just had something I could share, is there something I could email my client, or I'm at a conference, is there something I could share? Well, it often starts by passing on an article or a YouTube video. But again, I like to pass on articles that are most tailored to the type of person you're giving that article to. So, for example, if they are into procurement, maybe you would send them the Contract Management Magazine article, Finding the Right Sourcing Business Model, or the Institute for Supply Management's A Time for a Reset and Challenging the Gold Standard Tools of Procurement. Maybe if they're an outsourcing professional, you send them the Supply Chain Management Review article, A Better Way to Outsource. So there's no one right article to send. It really depends on what the angle is your client is. I'm going to send something very different if they're a lawyer versus procurement versus operations. Now, I do get asked and pressed all the time, but if I only had one, what would it be? Well, my best bet would be the Harvard Business Review article, A New Approach to Contracts, How to Build Better Long-Term Strategic Partnerships. And I say this because Harvard Business Review is kind of a sexy executive level type of a document article. It's 4,000 words, so it's a little bit longer than your typical trade press, and so it's a little bit more meaty, but it's not so long that it's a white paper or a case study. So that's my number one pick. You can access it by simply Googling HBR and Vested, and it will show up. And so it's a great click. You can just link through it in an email. If you do want the actual article with all the pretty graphics and stuff, you can buy those from HBR, and I know they're kind of expensive, but it is well worth it. It has a high impact when you put the HBR article on someone's desk. So next, I do want to share with you that you have some amazing resources as a Center of Excellence. So I often get asked to do workshops, and one of the resources I've put together for myself is my 15 most popular requested workshops. And so they're literally headlines, and they're kind of, you can kind of abstracts for these different types of workshops. If you want a Vested 101, or you want a deeper dive, or you want to understand how healthy your relationship is. So I've got a Word document, and it's in the COE library that you can access to see these different types of workshops, and maybe you'll see something that'll inspire you. I've also emailed that to you with this video tutorial series, and so you can just click on it and get inspired. Now, you can find the articles as well as the workshop series tips in the COE library. Just go to www.vestedway.com. If you're logged in, you will see something that looks like this. It'll say My Account. If you're not logged in, then you will need to log in. So just hit that My Account and go to the COE library. You as a Center of Excellence have access to hundreds of resources, and I'm not kidding, hundreds of resources on a Center of Excellence library that can answer all kinds of questions about Vested. So feel free, go and check out our library and find what else you can be inspired to share with your clients. So thanks a lot for joining me for today's Vested for Success video tutorial. And again, so much starts with just passing on an article or a YouTube link. And I hope to see you in our next Vested for Success tutorial.